All right, welcome back, race fans. This is ORC Speedy Jab. We're here at Red Bull Ring in Austria for round 2 of the GeRCA league racing. I've got special guest commentary in the box today. I've got a pit lane reporter, ORC Yankees fan, and I've got in the box with me ORC Black Ghost. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Looking forward to this race.
Well, as you can see, we're starting up and we're loading into the race here. We've got Mountain Standard on pole. We've got Mr. Big Otter in the Lexus in second, RC Speedy Jab in the Vet in third, Terran in the Terrain in the Audi, and then Black Ghost in the Mercedes, followed by I think it's Yankees fan in the Audi. We're getting ready for the start here. So it's a standing start, and again, this is round 2 of the GeRCA league race. There we go, when we're off. Oh, big move up the first by Terran, or Terrain. We got 4 wide into the first corner.
Uh-oh, I see Mountain Standard just spun out in the first turn.
Yeah, it looks like he got hit behind. Was that Mr. Big Otter or was that Terrain?
It looks like it was Mr. Big Otter.
He definitely was right there.
Looks like Ghost was trying to come in on the inside of Speedy, but they touched, but he let Speedy go.
Yeah, so it looks like Mr. Big Otter has now made the leap into first with Speedy Jab behind him. And it looks like Black Ghost in third, Jerns in fourth.
Black Ghost just went wide in the turn, and Jerns is now in third.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Looks like Mountain Standard's in 7th place, kind of a long way back now. Unfortunate because he's, I think, the fastest driver in our field this race at this track in that Toyota. And he's unfortunately, he's got to work his way through the whole field now.
Yeah, I'm seeing actually a good battle between 4, 5, and 6. Like Terrain's coming up on Yankees fan. Yankees fan is right on the back of RC Black Ghost.
Let me go back there and check that out. We're on board with the Yankees fan right now in the Logitech ORC liveried Audi R8. Yeah, it looks like he's lost a little bit of ground to Ghost on that, and looks like Terrain is off to the right side.
Otter just spun out on turn 1. Mr. Big Otter trying to take in the inside quickly and coming to turn 1, and now he's falling back to 5th place. So Speedy Jab now pretty much has a good spacing between Jerns for the lead.
Yeah, I'm on board with Jerns right now in the HKS Santa Cruz Porsche 911 RSR. And Black Ghost looks like you're right behind him there, coming into the third turn.
Indeed.
Yankees fan, can you do me a favor? And what do you think about the strategies? What do you think is going to play out for this race?
From testing from the teams, it seems that they're running softs for the most part. I think the Lexus of Big Otter is running mediums. So on soft tires, the tires last about 8 to 9 laps. It seems the Porsche would be the one that's easier on the tires than the other cars, and then the mediums last for 14 to 15 laps, I would say.
So more than a fuel stint.
Yes.
Now, what's the bigger consideration here? Is it fuel or is it tires?
I would say it's tires.
So do you think tires are having a bigger impact and maybe degrading more than the fuel is?
Yes.
Looks like we've got Mr. Big Otter coming up on Yankees fan right now.
Well, we got Jerns just trying to make turn 3, and now Black Ghost has gained up on him.
Oh, I just was on board with Mr. Big Otter to take a big spin out of the second corner up the hill and lost it into the wall.
Black Ghost goes on the inside of Jerns and takes the position from him. He's in 2nd place now.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. And the Chili's liveried I got to say that livery's pretty nice. I don't know where you got that from, Ghost, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly.
So are you getting free food from Chili's and Coke at all?
I'm getting plenty.
Nice. Are you having baby
Now,
back ribs? Is that what your go-to is?
I'm having baby back ribs. Now, Mountain Standard is all on the back of Yankee. So it's Yankees really trying to defend now, coming out of the last turn.
Yeah, I'm on board with them now. I'm watching Mountain Standard. Pile on some pressure. Yankees fan, can you recall when you're in this part of the race? Do you remember thinking what you were thinking at the time, or?
I knew mine was coming on me pretty quickly, so I just tried to hold my line and not to cause an accident, pretty much.
Yeah, we just saw him pass you into turn one or on the front straight. He used the draft and then passed you. Like I said, we knew he was the fastest driver. He unfortunately missed round one at Miami, we didn't see him there, so he didn't get any points. But we knew he was going to be fast at this racetrack because he is a really fast driver in this game.
So it looks like right now, pretty much all the drivers are pretty spaced out. Maybe within a half a second from each other, maybe almost a second.
Yeah, it looks like the gap from first to second is the biggest. Well, no, not the biggest, but the most significant gap. And then it looks like from fifth to sixth is the biggest gap. So from Yankees fan to Mr. Big Otter after that spin up the hill, he's got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, as I'm looking at Speedy Jab, he's pretty much cruising along. Got plenty of air in front of him.
I did find that Corvette was really nice to drive on this track, and I wouldn't say I'm the fastest, at all actually in this game, but this car and this track combination was pretty comfortable. And as you guys know, we did a ton of practice for this one. I think we did 3 or 4 different mock 25 lap races with the tire deg and everything, just to figure out the strategy. And actually, going back to that, so talk me through really quick, Ghost, about your qualifying strategy, because we did have a pack that we were going to all pull out at the same time, but we noticed that you took off. So you kind of left me and Yankees fan behind. So were you able to get behind somebody in quali?
No, I didn't. I think I was just focused on that. I know I have to be fast, quick. I wasn't thinking about working with the other ORC members. I did lay down a fast time. I think about a minute left before qualifying was there. I totally forgot that tires didn't play a factor. So I was actually easing up a little bit. So I think I was just mainly focusing, just trying to go as fast as I can. And I think I could have squeezed out a little bit more time if I wasn't relaxing on the last minute or so.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on board with I'm on board with Jerns right now, right behind ORC Black Ghost on the front straight. Just kind of looking at this gap, and I can see through his in-car, video, the behind position.
Black Ghost just wiped out.
Yeah.
Hit the wall.
So that was lap 6. We knew that was coming, obviously, being in the race. But so talk us through what happened there really quick.
So as I was coming through turn 1, as I was exiting out and to go straight, my car decided to go veer to the right. I'm considering that I had a wheel malfunction because I couldn't get the car to cooperate ever since then. I was having a lot of problems trying to. Every time I came out of a turn, the car would snap to the right. So from there on, I tried to finish the race, but I had a malfunction. So I DNF'd.
Obviously a little bit of frustration there, and I know you practice a lot for the race and you're really looking forward to a good result. So really unfortunate that it happened during the race.
Yeah, I I was focused. I was laying down some quick times. I felt that my pace was good. Just a freak accident. I don't understand why the wheel done that. Hopefully, we'll see better results next week.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the next race is at Tsukuba, which you guys were just practicing actually before we got on here. So I think it's going to be similar to Miyabi, a short track. What'd you say your times were? 54 seconds, is that correct?
Right on that low 54. Yeah, 54.2.
Second range.
So yeah, I'm curious to see what the tire wear is going to be because I think the race director might look at that because I think the setting now is probably too low. Do you guys agree with that, or do you think it needs to be higher? What do you guys think?
Well, it looks like you can go about 12 laps in softs, and it's 35 lap race, so I guess it's fine. Oh, and we just got our first pit. It looks like Ghost pitted.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Ghost right now.
Taking tires and fuel.
Yeah, it looks like.
And they might be looking at the steering rack to see if there's any malfunction.
Yeah, let me go on board.
Coming out.
Let me go on board with his in cockpit camera and see what we see. So he took softs and fuel load. Is that correct, Yankee?
Yes.
So I'm looking at
and another set of softs.
Gerns here, and looks like Mountain Standard's really closing the gap on Gerns for second floor. Right for turn 3. Excuse me, turn 2.
Yeah.
Turn 6 inside. Oh no, Gerns just one time now. Mountain is really behind him now. You
Yeah,
gotta be careful though. You know, what I noticed that on turn 2, you trying to cut that turn too hard, you're going to unsettle the car and lose a lot of time.
Yeah, there's a big yellow sausage curve, right, that you need to avoid. I actually was practicing putting the right tires on it, and it makes your car airborne and uncontrollable. So
what are you observing, Yankee, with my technical problem?
I'm not sure. The pit crew just took a look underneath and then send you out. I guess they want to check to find more information from the telemetry.
Yeah. Journalist, and he went wide right, so Mountain is now taking second.
he actually lost it on the exit of those corners and actually slung the car into and spun out. And that let Mountain Standard effectively go back up. So now he's got the...
Yankees is in the pit.
And it looks like, sorry guys, it looks like Yankees fan in the Audi just pitted.
I tell you, I'm looking at Yankees fans Audi. That's nice livery there. What was thoughts behind that?
Trying to replicate the Phoenix Audi that won the Nürburgring 24 Hours last year, but in my own style.
Yeah, it came out really well. I agree. It came out really nice.
Yeah, I think it's one of the nicest ones. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So it also has the ORC color scheme too in it.
Yes. Yep.
So
I'm
just
looking
trying
on
to represent.
Track map. Everybody's pretty much spaced out. I think looks like we got the leader going into the pits. Oh no, I'm sorry, not the leader. Excuse me.
Terrain just entered the pit, the second out.
Right.
The field.
Black Ghost just spun out again, and Speedy just.
I'm on board right now with the pit
Now
stop.
coming into pits.
So Yankees fan,
what?
Yankees fan, what's he taking for tires and everything right now? Terrain.
He took a full set of softs and a full tank of fuel, and now Speedy just left, entered the pits. He's taking a brand new set of hand cooks and taking fuel as well. Terrain is on Firestone.
Now, so we got different tires coming into play here too.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like we got a change for the first couple, right?
Yeah, mountain standards in first, and it looks like Black Ghost might be having a problem with the car. He pulled over to the side in turn one. So I don't think I think he's done for the day.
So Mountain Standard has not pit. Is that correct, Yankee?
No, he has not pitted yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually looking. Okay, he's got a little under a quarter tank of fuel, and the tire wears really well on the front of this car. Looks like his main tire degradation's in the rear. Let's go on board here.
So it
with.
looks like I'm on board with Jerns and Speedy. Since you mentioned that the car handles really well, do you think you were gaining in the times in the turns, or because I know the horsepower was pretty good, straight line speed with the Corvette. What was your strategy here? Just be fast as
Mountain is about to go into pits now.
Yeah, Yankee, walk us through the pit stop, please.
Just into the pits. They're changing tires right now. Looks like he has Firestones as well. And now they're putting on fuel.
Which is interesting because he's got the Potenza tire logos all over the place, but he's got Firestones.
Yeah. And now he's leaving.
Okay, so
Jerns there.
So he's now down to fourth position. Third position on track. Who's directly behind him? Is Mr. Big Otter? Looks like we have Speedy Jab and going up the inside.
Yeah, I was watching that battle, and Speedy Jab got up right up on him and actually touched him, and Jerns tried to correct it.
That was interesting. You see that little hip check from Jerns on the straight, which was interesting.
I did.
I wonder what that was all about. That was interesting. There was enough room.
Elbows are out.
Yeah, there was enough room. That was a weird kind of hello, I guess. Now, just so you guys know, EROH Jerns is the race director here for this series and put together this for the GeRCA. So this is his league that we joined. This is our first competitive league where we've gotten a bunch of people, just race guys that we know or found online and that Jerns knows, and we put everything together. And it's a 15-week, which is enormous. That's probably the biggest season or league race I've ever been involved. Have you guys been anything around that time or longer?
No, just the longest season we've done is 11 races, pretty much.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah, 15 is pretty massive. So that's going to last for a long time. But anyway, going back to that, this is our first league race that we're entering since we're new to GT Sport. So all three of us are pretty new to the game. Yankees Fan is the newest as far as with his wheel, which you just got. Yankees Fan, what's your impressions on going from controller to the wheel so far?
For me, just I have tendencies because I wouldn't turn the wheel enough because I'm used to the controller. So I had to learn to turn earlier and turn more to get the car through the corners. But I'm getting better at it every day. Just need to practice more.
And your car choice is always the Audi R8, is that right?
Yes, the Audi or the 911, those are the two cars that are my favorites and the ones I'm more comfortable with because I drive them a lot.
Gotcha. So would you say that in your experience, you feel like you have more control with the wheel at this point, or still more control with the controller?
More control with the wheel.
Okay.
You can definitely do more on the wheel than the controller. It looks like Jerns just entered the pits.
Okay, let's go on board with him.
911. Where he has Pirellis, changing for softs. And he's taking on fuel as well.
And he was down there pretty well. It looks like he had, 4 liters of fuel left? or 6 when he came in.
Yeah, I believe he had like 6 liters of fuel.
It's not updating, which is interesting. I just noticed that. Usually you see it rise, but it looks like it's up to 100. Okay, interesting. That car is loud.
A good battle between Mountain Standard and Mr. Big Otter. Mountain Standard taking Outer on the outside, like going into turn 2, which they got the slipstream is pretty much which helped him push him up there, and then very good pass. And now Mountain Standard in second place.
Well, it looks like he's due for a pit stop. So Yankee, I expect the Lexus, the AIM Lexus, is going to come in this lap.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, he's
also,
got.
I failed to report that Ghost is out of the race. It looks like the team decided to call it quits, and probably they have a steering rack issue.
I'm guessing the same based on the feedback we heard from Ghost. Yeah, I expect.
I'm looking at another good battle between Yankees fan and Jones, fighting for the 4th position. Jones is coming up pretty quickly on Yankee, but
the Big Otter and the Lexus just entered the pits.
Yeah, he's got 6 liters as well, so he drove that Lexus all the way down.
Yeah, just put on a set of Michelins and taking on fuel.
And he's taking on
with the mediums.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like his strategy was staying on the mediums. Is interesting strategy. What do you think that was that he did that instead of going on the softs?
Probably to take advantage of the fuel. Instead of pitting early for tires, he tried to match the tire wear with the fuel wear.
And it looked like
he spends less time pitting.
And he did well in the qualifying session. If I remember correctly, he qualified second, I believe. And it may be down to the draft, because I know that going back to qualifying strategy, Yankees fan and I, we left the pits together, and I was trying to give Yankees fan a boost in qualifying to try to move him up the order, but it didn't quite work out to what we wanted, and I didn't have anybody for slipstream, so I think I qualified 4th if I remember correctly. Yeah, it looks like the Lexus had somebody with him, because I can't imagine that he out-qualified us with the medium tires, because they're about a second difference between the compounds.
Well, watching a pretty good battle between the 2 German cars, between the Audi and the Porsche. Yankees fan is doing a real good job defending his position. Jones is right on the back of. They're on the straightaway now, getting ready for turn 1. Jones is looking for it to take him on the outside, but no, Yankees pretty much cut that off on turn 1. I'm sorry, in the inside, excuse me.
It didn't look like that was a real serious attempt. It looked like he was just kind of lining them up and filling up his mirrors a little bit to see what Yankees fan would do. But now he's in the draft. Let's see if Yankees fan goes defensive. He does not.
Oh, looks like they both are side by side in turn 2.
And it looks like Yankee he lifted there to let him by. Did you feel like you had unfairly compromised him?
No, I knew he was gonna try and come in, take the inside, but he didn't fully commit. But I tried to give him room to not cause contact, and I went on the rumble strip, and I had to let off a little so I don't spin out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looked like you guys are both respectful, and a little bit of door banging here and there, is understandable. And it's going to happen. So it looks like you guys had some close racing. It was fair. Didn't look like anything nefarious to me.
No.
I'm on board with you now, Yankee. Watching you going through the last corner here, trying to catch back up to Jones. Looks like a little bit of squirrely, taking a lot of curb, and it looks like he swung you out wide. And you got a half a second penalty there coming across on lap 16.
Well, so far, looking at the timing monitor between all the cars, it looks like that Speedy, you're pretty consistent in sections 1 and 2, and your quickest is in section 3. You're running about a tenth, 1 or 2 tenths faster than Mountain Standard. Mountain Standard's coming with a 130. And Journe's is a 133, and the Yankees 131, and Big Otter's a 32, and so is Terrain. You know, Terrain is also, I haven't really talked about too much about him. Looking at Terrain, he's also an Audi R8. I'm not too familiar with him. I never, first time I drove him was this race.
Well, this also, pulling up the timing screen also, we're able to see what everybody's tire type is, and it's interesting to note that Terrain is in the racing hards. So which would explain why he's pretty far behind with a 32.999 for his best lap.
I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't notice. Oh, it looked like we had 2 racing mediums, but actually no, that's racing soft for everybody else. So, and you can see what a difference the tires make. I think too. Obviously, driver standard has something to do with it too, but.
I believe he changed to hards after his first stint, because he was on softs to start the race.
And you can see the fastest lap right now is by me with a 129.9, which is not very fast at all for race pace, but I do have to say I was fuel saving the whole race, so it wasn't my intent to put in a huge lap, but jumping on board with Mr. Big Otter now in 5th place, closing down on Yankees fan.
Yeah.
That's the closest battle right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at this battle. Otter has some areas that he's pretty quick in, and other areas he's pretty slow. But he's gaining time. It might be the tire choice that he's done, but.
Well, I'm noticing both drivers, Yankees fan and Mr. Big Otter, aren't using the full width of the track and maximizing their speed through a lot of these corners. So that is interesting to me too.
Yankee goes in the pits.
Yeah, let's jump on board with Yankees fan. So Yankees fan, you can talk us through your pit stop.
Just rolling into the pits now. Into the box. I'm gonna put a new set of soft Michelins. And I think we're only gonna take on about the remaining 8 laps of fuel.
Did you decide to go a little bit over to compensate for running full fuel, or were you running flat out, or were you running a fuel strategy?
No, I was running flat out. I only took the 8 laps because it looks like at the end of a stint I would have about 0.4 or 0.5 of a lap left.
Yeah,
so
I see you.
8 laps would be enough.
I'm on board with you right now still, and you're revving out the engine pretty aggressively. Okay, looks like I'm in the pits right now.
Yes.
And here comes Mountain Standard time too, so this is an interesting pit stop for both Yankee.
Well, look at the fuel saving difference. I had 25 liters. Mountain Standard has 6, so that's a pretty big difference.
Just left the pits, set a new set of hand cooks.
And that was a short fuel.
That was a short fuel. Also looks like Mountain Standard will take short fuel also.
Yeah, I'm not seeing his jump up. So maybe it is just when you're viewing your own pit stop, because now he's got 64 liters. I believe I had 68, but obviously fuel differences in the car.
Yeah.
Journe's just entered the pits as well.
Okay, let's jump back to Journe's.
He's in the pit box now, just putting a new set of softs.
He's got 54. He's got 54 liters of fuel already in there, from what I'm seeing. And now he's got 70, so that was really short fuel for him.
It was a splash and dash on his part.
So if I'm reading this correctly, on the right side of the screen when I'm on board with him, how many pit stops do you see there?
8 to 2.
So I'm seeing P on the right side for 14, 15, 19, 18, and 19. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's all the times anyone entered the pits.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That was confusing. Okay, everybody's spread out. There's really no battles anywhere. So
Yeah.
let's go through a lap of each person and kind of talk through. So let's go with Speedy Jabbin first, as he just crossed
All
the
right.
first line. So I noticed in the Corvette I could take that line pretty comfortably and really muller, as they say, or abuse the yellow sausage with the right tire, and the car was fine over that. This is the corner where I noticed that I could not do that, so you'll see I stay pretty clear of that.
Yeah, I noticed that you're consistent throughout the race by staying away from that sausage. So, coming down to turn 2, maintain a good speed coming out of that turn.
That was a tighter line than I usually do, actually, which is odd, but
Yeah, taking to get ready for the S's. You can pretty, you're running along the curves, which is ideal to get speed out of there.
and you can see by my telemetry I'm still short shifting about halfway. It just
Yeah,
felt
I'm gonna
comfortable.
go,
It felt comfortable in this car to do that, and I was still running pretty fast laps with that. All right, so let's jump on board with Mountain Standard coming around the last 2 corners right now. And that was actually a purple time from me from that lap, by the way, by .29.
Yeah, I'm riding. Mountain Standard just had a little wiggle coming out of the last turn.
Huge tank slapper.
Yeah, I'm actually on board in board camera right now with him,
Yes, same here.
and he's taking a lot of speed through those turns.
He tried to take too
which-
much in turn 1.
Right. I'm gonna see how he does coming up now for turn 2.
So I wonder if this is an issue. I mean, I know he's a fast driver, but I wonder if he's really trying like hard. It looks like he's trying super hard to catch.
Yeah, he's moving the wheel a lot too.
Can you
Coming
confirm
out,
the-
trying to straight the car?
Ghost, or Yankee, can you confirm the gap between each of the places between first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth? Can we see the time gap? Is that under live timing?
Let me check my timing.
So, so Ghost, what are you noticing about Mountain Standard's driving? What are you noticing here?
Yes.
Well,
So,
sorry, go ahead, Yankee.
yeah, so the gap right now is Mountain Standard is about 16.8 seconds behind Speedy. Big Otter is 14.5 seconds behind Standard. Jones is 12.2 seconds behind Big Otter. Yankees fan is 6.2 seconds behind Jones. And Terrain is a lap down.
So what I'm noticing with Mountain Standard, he's over driving the car. He's braking late. He's trying to turn in real quickly. He's trying to gas out early, and he has to correct the wheel, which he's actually losing time. I feel that he's trying to catch you, Speedy, but
Yeah.
he's driving very, very hard, because I can hear the tires taking a lot of wear.
It's easy to overdrive when you're in that situation too, and that almost a 17-second gap that's huge with only 3 laps left. By the way, I'm
Yeah.
on board with Mr. Big Otter for this lap now. If you guys want to jump on board his.
Yep, I am on board with him.
All right, so let's look at what he's doing. He's blew up on his own time.
Oh, he just spun out.
Oh.
Spun out in turn 2.
Yep, I just saw that. So that's a classic case. If you rewound that, you'll see that he has a lot of lock on when he hits that curb. And one thing I noticed is that when in this game, if you have any kind of lock on, a little or too much, let's say if it's even 26% versus 25% of lock, and nail that power, that it can bite you in the ass just like it did with Mr. Big Otter. And unfortunately, that's, I think I want to say, his 4th spin of the race, if I'm counting correctly. Now, lucky we're 3 laps away, but till the finish. But look what it did for Jerns. Jerns is coming up right on his back now, and that's going to be the closest battle. So when we jump on board at the end of this lap, it's going to be good to see Jerns' view with that Lexus, Aim Sullivan Lexus right in front of him. Oh, we got a spin over there. Who spun up there on, is that Mountain Standard? Nope. Somebody spun. Might be Terrain.
The yellow flag is out.
Yeah. Oh, Terrain's in the wall in the pits. Okay, let's jump on board with Jerns now.
Okay. Yep, I'm in Jerns.
He's going for his final stop. He's changing tires. And there's a splash of fuel to finish the race.
Okay. Yeah, I see him in the pits still.
I'm on board with Jerns. Want to see how his steering is, and Jerns mentioned that he really likes the car. From his previous race, he said he's really trying to work on exiting out without spinning. So I'm not sure what his traction control is set to, or he has 0 traction control, which is probably why he spun out a lot. But he mentioned, after the race of race 1, that he wants to get a handle of the car and really take his time coming out of the turns. But again, I see he's kind of making the same habits in race 2.
Yeah, same thing here too.
Sorry guys. Also, he was a recent convert to the wheel as well, so he's learning.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's correct.
That is correct.
This is his week and a half, I think he's been on the wheel?
Yes, about a week and a half.
So
last week.
He's doing pretty phenomenal, considering his limited amount of time on the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at that control he's got actually on the rumble strips. Most people would spin out there, and he held it.
Yeah, he did.
So
catching up on Otter.
Okay, so now let's go on board with Yankees fan, just coming over the line here. Get on board with cockpit cam so we can see Yankees inputs as well.
Yep.
So Yankees fan, since you're the driver of the hour right here, why don't you talk us through this lap?
Well, I'm coming down the 2nd straight, and then I usually brake at the 100 board, go down to 1st gear, and hit the apex without avoiding the sausage, as you said, because the Audi does not like curves. I'm heading down to turn, this turn 3. I brake at the 100 board and take it down to 2nd gear. I almost missed the apex there. Then ride it out and then come in. Then pit at the 50 board, brake, put down the 3rd, try to feather the throttle so I don't go wide. And then brake in, hold 3rd, go up, then go up the gears. And then right when I see the post, I turn in, drop to 4th. I stay in 4th because 3rd, the car gets unsettled for the last turn, and then I ride it out for the straight.
You got a little
One quick
penalty
question, Yankee. Since you've converted also to the wheel, we did talk about this earlier, this race, but did you feel more comfortable in race 2 than you did in race 1?
Oh, definitely. Race 2 was a crapshoot for me.
So guys, I got to stop you really quick because we got a great battle for 4th and 3rd between Jerns and Mr. Big Otter. Jerns just passed him up the hill because Mr. Big Otter had over a 1 second penalty.
Oh, he's taking him now into turn 3, and they touch, but Jerns got out ahead of him.
And it looks like I just finished the race. So Mountain Standard should be crossing over here, coming out of the last corner, it looks like. But I'm staying on board with this battle here. I'm going to go back to Mr. Big Otter so we can see different. He's still got a 0.7 second penalty, 7/10 of a second penalty.
Yeah, looking like Jones is pretty comfortable now. It's the last turn, well, second to the last turn going into to the finish. If anybody, that looks like Otter went really wide going to the last turn, and Jones was a little bit squirrely, but Otter just spun out, hit the guardrail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he got rid of his penalty, though.
Yes, he did. So, interesting race for all the drivers. Congratulations to you, Speedy.
Thank you. That was a good race.
Your second consecutive win there. So, trying to go for the hat trick Thursday?
I'm going to try to, obviously. So, Tsukuba is next. So, I haven't done any practice there as of yet. But me thinks that we are probably going to do that right now. Did I lose my commenting crew?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Oh, dang, you guys are really quiet. Well, thank you guys for joining me in this special edition commentary with the ORC crew. So ORC Black Ghost has been my color commentary counterpart, as well as ORC Yankees fan. He's been my pit lane supporter and pit lane reporter as well. So thank you guys for joining the YouTube video this time. So your voices will now be rode off into the sunset of commentary heaven. Is that correct?
Sounds good to me.
Want to look at it.
I like that.
Yeah. So ORC Black Ghost, you have a YouTube channel as well. Can you tell us really quick what that is?
It's called Dre Box. One there, I've commentated other platforms called Forza, RORC League. We've done the Mission Pilot Challenge series for the 2020 season, and you can check out my YouTube channel for the races. It was very good racing and a lot of action. So check out Dre's Box on YouTube.
Perfect. Nice shameless plug there. But I did ask you, in all fairness, to give that up. So, ORC Black Ghost has some good commentary on his races as well. That's something new to both of us. To be honest with you, we just did it over the past year and season. And I don't know about you, Ghost, but I'm actually loving it. I actually really enjoy commenting over the races and talking about everything.
No, I enjoy it too. I want to keep continuing, and looking forward to the next one.
Nice. Okay, so just so you guys know, if you guys are interested in, not commenting, if you're interested in league racing and joining some of the stuff that we do, ORC, which stands for Online Racing Collective, we have our Wix site up, which is Online Racing collect.wixsite.com. So feel free. It's also in a link in the description as well. Will be provided. You're welcome to join our Discord, which I also provide in the link description below. But if you're looking for some good league racing with some good drivers, as you saw here, most guys are pretty respectful. We do have a wide range of talents. So we've got the super fast guys like Mountain Standard. We've got the consistent guys like me and Ghost without his wheel messing up on him. And then we've got emerging drivers like Yankees fan. I expect you to be totally on par with everybody within the next couple weeks as you continue to learn that wheel. And in the Audi, we've got 15-week schedule. So you guys are welcome to join as well. I'll set that link as well. So if you're tired of those stupid penalties, I'll refer to the race that I just put up on YouTube, where I got hit off and got a 5-second penalty for my troubles, which was amazing. So if you're tired of that, please consider joining some of the league races. Anything else, guys, that you want to add before we sign off?
No.
I had fun. This is my first time being a pit lane reporter, and I'll probably do it again.
I was just going to ask if you enjoyed the experience and if you'll be back.
Oh yes, I'll be back.
Perfect. Well, we'd love to have you for the next go-around. We've got round 3 at Tsukuba and GT3 for the GeRCA League Challenge. I don't know what he exactly calls it, the full thing. I'll probably have to get that. I'll put that in the description as well.
I believe Championship
Yes.
Association. Something.
Perfect. What Yankee said. See, that's why I have you on, Yankee.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'm good for something.
Yes, you are. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream and channel. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this base up, and we're also trying to engage everybody. So if you guys have any comments, anything that you guys want to add, anything you guys want to see, please do me a favor and do that in the comments. Like the video and click the bell icon to subscribe, or actually to get notified of the new videos. And subscribe. You can subscribe twice. I'd appreciate that. Go to different accounts, create 4 different emails, whatever you need to do. Let's get the channel up to 1,000. That's my goal by the end of this year, I think. So with your help, we'll achieve that. So thank you again, ORC boys, for coming on. And this is ORC Speedy Jab signing off.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everyone.